Hello, welcome back to Silver Thread Sewing. I'm Diane. This is Friday Sews. As always, I hope you're well and I appreciate you stopping by my little channel. I have a few things I wanted to share with you today. First of all, as always, thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for the Friday Sews hashtag and the generosity in allowing all of us to join in. So I've made a couple things over the past 2 weeks, not nearly as much as I would like to have, but I have been sewing some. I made a pair of shorts out of the Summer K by Love Notions, and it's this pattern. And I made the longer version of the shorts. Now I use this fabric. When I bought this, I bought it from fabricdirect.com, I think, fabrichwholesaledirect.com maybe. I've had it for ages, and it was a kind of an ugly green checked fabric, and I never knew what to do with it. It was just not an attractive color, and I don't think it was 100% linen. It was a blend of some sort. So I dyed it. I just got some of the Rit dye in blue, and I dyed it this almost denim color. Now, in places, it was a little lighter. You can see just a little bit of variation in places, but I thought, you know, to make a practice garment, a toile, that it would be fine. And I like the K shorts. I love the way the pockets are designed. And they have a flat front and elastic back. And I like these. I probably will size down to make the actual version, because more than the waist is a little big, but the legs are too big. They're just kind of stand out a little bit on me. I have bigger hips but smaller legs, so I'm just a difficult child. I've always been a difficult child. But they have these pretty pockets at the back. I don't know if you can see how well they'll show up. But they have the pretty pockets at the back, and then they have these. These are constructed so that the pockets go all the way through the front. I'm not sure. You may be supposed to seam down the middle. I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing that in the instructions, but it may be there. But I didn't do any more to these when I realized that I needed to size down. I've got another pair cut out of a better fabric, and I did add an inch to the rise because they weren't as comfortable, and they didn't look as well as like the Largo cargos. Because I had adjusted the rise on those. But that's the Summer K shorts. I also went by Katinka at the seamstress at the cottage. I went by her video about making her slip, and I have almost finished a slip. And when I say almost, the only thing I need to do is tack down these straps. Now, I used this meshy-like fabric that I showed you a couple weeks ago. Hello. It's very thin. It does have quite a bit of stretch to it, but I made it on my sewing machine using a zigzag stitch because the serger didn't like this fabric. But the way I hemmed it and the way I did the armholes, I just turned it over and did a zigzag stitch so that the zigzag kind of came off the edge. And I think that worked out pretty well. And I just made the straps out of the same fabric. I just doubled it over. And yeah, I didn't put any lace or anything. I've got some different fabrics that I'd like to make a couple out of, but I wanted to make sure that I could do it. I used a slip that I already had and just kind of cut around it to make the pattern. I have a couple of like slip dress patterns that I like, and may try to use this as a guide and use a pattern next time. But that worked out really well, so thanks to Katinka. You probably are sick of hearing about the new look patterns being 99 cents at Hobby Lobby. Everybody's been showing their hauls, and I went. So yeah, I went with my daughter, and she said, well, we'll just go look. So I want to tell you one quick thing. A lot of people have been saying that their Hobby Lobby does not have the New Looks on sale for 99 cents. What I found was when I went in, they only had one drawer marked New Look. And when I opened it, it was empty. So I knew they probably either were sold out, just had gotten rid of them all, or had them somewhere else. So we looked all over the place trying to find those New Look patterns. And long story short, they had them kind of in an obscure little area, just on shelves. And we actually had to get down on our knees and reach back through the shelves. It was very annoying, I must say. They could have put them in a box and set them somewhere to make it easier on people to go through them. But they didn't, and they were 99 cents, so I'm not complaining. I'm just saying you may have to search for them because they were not where I would normally think of them putting clearance items. They were on a little shelf area, and they had quite a few, so I did pick up some. And I picked up about 3, I think, that I already had a copy of, just because those had been cut. It was back before I started tracing my patterns. So for 99 cents, I did pick them up. And I'm going to go through these pretty fast because I know if you don't live where you can go to Hobby Lobby and get this sale, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of aggravating. There was one pattern that I really wanted, a New Look, that they didn't have in stock anymore. So maybe sometime it'll come on sale somewhere else and I can get one. But I'm going to show you the ones I got, and I blame, who do I blame? I blame Grace from So Lovely with Grace and Carol from So Carol, because a couple of these I have seen that they have, and somebody else I had seen that had bought some of these, because I've been just oohing and awing over the patterns, and some of the ones I had seen they didn't have still. They probably had sold out. So let me get them and I will show you. So the first one, I think Grace is the one that I had seen this one, and when I saw that my Hobby Lobby did have it, I did pick it up, and it's New Look 6651, and it's a shirt dress pattern. I like both views, but would probably make the one with the short sleeves. Hopefully you can see that. And this one is a really pretty dress. It's New Look 6655. And I just think it's so pretty. And I like both the longer sleeves and the shorter sleeves. And another dress. And this one, I hesitated on this one, but because it was 99 cents, I went ahead and got it because I do love the skirt part, and I could put that on another bodice probably without too much trouble. It's New Look 6692. It has a square neck. And I'm going to show you the back panel, the view of the back. It does have shirring and then a tie at the top. Now, I like the shirring part, but I don't think I would want it to be low and then tie. I think I might be beyond that style. But I do love the skirt and the ruffle at the bottom, and would like the longer one probably would be the one I would make. Another dress, now I think So Carol is the one that has this pattern, and she's made it several times, and I believe Grace got this one too. But it's New Look 6650, and it's for knits. And I don't know, it looks really long from the shoulder to the ties. It just seems to me like that's long. So I would probably have to shorten the bodice some and bring that up. But I think it's very interesting, and I think it looks really good, the ones that I've seen made up. This is another one. I'm not sure, but I think Grace got this one, but I'm not 100% sure. But New Look 6679. And again, it's dresses. And yes, I know I need tops, but I have some of those too. But I think that is so pretty. And I think sometimes the colors that they show the patterns made up in, it makes me like them even more. Another dress. And this one has some ties at the shoulders, but it's New Look 6665. And I would, of course, always wear a sweater over it. But I just think it's so pretty, especially in that longer length. And the one the model's wearing doesn't, you can't really see the ties. But I really like that. And again, I thought I could use the skirt part and put it on another bodice if need be. And I think this is one of the last dresses, I believe. This is New Look 6696. And just a dress. Has a split at the side. I would probably make the fuller skirt that's there at the bottom. But again, it's a pretty dress. Then I got a sweater dress pattern, or a tunic, I guess you could wear it as a tunic, 6683. And that's for sweater knits and can be made in knit fabrics. And this is the one that I got not because I would make a jumpsuit and not because I like the thin straps, but because of version C can be made into a little slip dress, and I thought I could use that for a slip. So it would be version C in the floral, but it's also a very pretty jumpsuit for younger people or people that look better in things like that than I do. But I thought it was really pretty. And then I got a skirt, and I like the bottom two versions, the A and D version. It says 1 hour easy pattern, and it has a pencil skirt, an A-line, and a couple of longer A-lines. And the number is New Look 6843. And I really like the two bottom versions. They're a little fuller. And I used to have one like that, and I really wore it a lot. So this next one is New Look 6544, and it's a pencil skirt or pants. And the pants are really my favorite. I like them because they kind of come straight down from the hip, and they don't have a waistband. They just have darts, and I'm assuming a waist facing. And you do have to have a zipper. I think they have a back zip, the way it looks. And moving along, this is a shirt pattern, and I thought it was really cute, and my daughter did too. New Look 6719. I would probably make the one that the model's wearing, but it's just a little, I used to have one like this, it's very similar to this, a ready to wear, and I wore the thing out. So I like that one a whole lot. This one is another really pretty top. It's just really pretty. New Look 6685. And I like both versions, the long sleeve, the sleeveless, the different necklines. The top one is really, I think, really, really pretty. So another top and pants pattern, New Look 6712, and I like both items in that one. And it's 6712. This shirt pattern, I ummed and awed about it for a little while because it has gathering on the sleeve part in the front. It's a raglan type sleeve, but it's New Look 6708. And this version here is the one that I really was drawn to, but you can see right here the gathering. So I'm not sure that would suit me, but I really liked it and thought it would be worth a try. So this pattern is New Look 6461, and it's separates. And it says fabrics are charmeuse, cotton, crepe de chine, linen, silky types, and then double knit, interlock, jacquard, jersey, ponte, and French terry for different versions. So I like that. I like those little pants. Another shirt, New Look 6671. And I really like the one the model's wearing. And this one is one that Grace had made. She had made the sleeveless version, and this is New Look 6415. And she had made this version and looked beautiful in it. I probably would make the version the model's wearing most likely because I don't do sleeveless, as you know. This is another separates pattern, but this one is for knits. This one's for different knits. So it's New Look 6735. And I like all the pieces there, and I think you could really get a lot of bang for your buck out of this one. Literally, your buck. Then I got 3 that I already had, but like I said, it was before I started tracing patterns, and so these patterns that I have been cut. New Look 6711. I love the longer little cardigan-like jacket. I love the shorter one, and I like the pants. And this one is another one that I already have, and it's New Look 6724. And it has both the men and women's version of the little shirt or shackets. And I really like those. And this one I made about a year ago, and I used View D, but this is New Look 6263, and just little dresses. And I made this version, and I always wear it under a navy cardigan, but I really like this pattern. So that's the only patterns I've got. I've got 2 fabrics. So Fabric Mart Fabrics had a fabric sale a couple weeks ago, a clearance sale. And I found a piece of velvet. It's polyester cotton velvet. It's just so pretty. It's embroidered, and it was $6 a yard, and I got 3 yards. And when it came, they had the little sticker on it that said, lucky you got the end of the bolt. So I got almost 4 yards. I think it lacked 4 inches being 4 yards. And it's this, it was called mauve. I guess it has a hint of mauve, but it's kind of almost a taupey color, seems like. But it is so beautiful, and it's fairly heavy, and it does have some stretch, but not a lot. But I was thinking about making another version of the Love Notions Forte dress, because I love that fabric, and I made it in a velvet. I think it might be a little more stretchy than this one, so I'm not sure, but I can foresee a dress with kind of a long skirt to it and long sleeves. So I have 4 yards, so almost 4 yards. And they also had, so Fabric Mart Fabrics also had this cotton, I think it was a cotton piqué suiting is how it was listed. And it's this creamy off-white version with this texture to it. And it's so pretty. It's really, really pretty. Now, it has no stretch. It has none. But it's so pretty. And I've already washed it and dried it. And I don't know exactly. I would love to be able to make a pair of pants out of this. And maybe a little vest or a jacket. I don't know. I think I have 3 yards of this. It was $3 a yard when I ordered it. So I got 3 yards. But I'm not 100% sure. I don't know that I could keep it clean anyway. So we'll see what happens with, I have to go later today and have my injection. So I look like something the cat spit out. Only I don't have a cat. But you're not supposed to wear eye makeup or any of that to go to the eye doctor. So I didn't want to have to put makeup on and then take makeup off. And doesn't do that much good anyway. So I just decided I would come on and show my patterns and my little bit of fabric and some of the inspiration things that I've been looking at. But I hope that everybody's well, and I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you get to sew if you want to. Just keep on sewing and don't give up, no matter how many mistakes you make or how frustrating it can get. Walk away from it. If you just get to the point you want to throw it in the trash, just turn the light off, go away, leave it for a day, 2, however long. And then when you go back, sometimes you have fresh eyes and your attitude is better. I saw Katinka, and she was talking about that very thing about, she had made something and it turned out less perfect than she had envisioned it, but she gave herself a little time and went to bed for the night, and then she figured out a way to pass the dress on to someone else. But she said, I will be back when my attitude's better. So if your attitude gets bad, just leave it alone for a day or a night or however long you need to, and then go back to it with fresh eyes and get busy. And you'll be glad that you did. That occasion when I get something that fits me really well it's just the most wonderful feeling. So, yeah, but I will let you know next time how this goes, and hopefully it will be over soon. But have a great weekend, and thanks if you've stuck in there for all my chatty video. Thank you so much. Bye.